Good afternoon, everyone. It's Ryan Devin with the Devin Team here at Keller Williams. So today I'm going to be discussing the big news from this past week and which addresses the new settlement with the National Association of Realtors. So many of you have reached out and asked, hey, what's this all about? How will it affect me as well as the industry as a whole, which I greatly appreciate. So thank you. So here is my take on what is currently proposed. Again, proposed right now, it's not finalized. So the National Association of Realtors, or NAR, has agreed to a settlement worth $418 million, ultimately to resolve lawsuits concerning real estate broker commissions. So this settlement, like I said, does await court approval. So the key change, as they say, is automatic commissions for brokers would be eliminated. This has never been the case. However, apparently there has been a misconception that commissions were set and that they were automatic no matter what at a set rate. So let me go ahead and dig into some of the details here. So first off, attention-grabbing headlines, they're not telling the whole story. And frankly, they're a bit misleading, to be honest with you. So let's talk about a few of those recent headlines that maybe you've seen. Things like, let's see, the 6% real estate commission is no more, and no more brokerage commissions, and here's the end of the brokerage industry, things like that. Myth number one, there is a standard commission rate. Well, so headlines often mention a standard 5 to 6% commission, and that's not quite accurate. So commission rates can vary depending on the market, agent experience, the complexity of the transactions. All these things come into play in terms of what an agent can charge for their services. Myth number two, commissions are disappearing. Well, no, commissions are not going away. What's changing is how they're negotiated and how they are talked about. So the idea is to remove specific commission language and amounts directly from the MLS listing, so you can no longer see what the commission being offered is. Okay, so who pays this commission anyway? Again, this big misconception here is that while sellers pay the listing agent, the reality is that the buyers ultimately pay for the entire transaction, which includes commissions on both sides. They're ultimately buying the home, bringing the cash to the table. So what's the real story? Well, there's a proposal to make commission negotiations more flexible. This might sound confusing, but the goal really is to ensure fair representation for everyone who's involved. The interesting thing is that, at least for myself, and really all that I know in the industry, commissions have always been negotiated and they've always been flexible. They've never been demanded to be at a certain level. It's been a conversation and a negotiation. There's headlines right now about, okay, sellers aren't going to be paying buyers' agents anymore. And again, that's just one piece of the puzzle. So if sellers pay their agent less, it's ultimately going to affect how much a buyer's agent potentially could get paid, right? This could limit buyers' access to qualified representation, and it could make buyers ultimately having to directly compensate their agents in order to have representation. So as of right now, buyers cannot include the cost of their agent into their loan. So they'd have to come out of pocket in order to pay to have professional representation if the seller is not offering a commission to a buyer's agent. This would essentially limit many first-time home buyers, as well as those on a limited or fixed income or VA loans, from being able to have a fiduciary there to protect them and to get them successfully through the transaction. Scary stuff, really, if you think about it. So why is buyer representation important? Well, buying a home is a huge decision. A buyer's agent helps you navigate through the entire process, from finding the right house to closing the deal. They handle everything from negotiations and inspections to paperwork to deadlines, all things that make sure you don't lose your earnest money. The idea that a buyer's agent might not be offered a fee and that the buyer has to go at it alone, again, is a scary situation that is going to bring on a ton of lawsuits, I'm sure. Think about this. Think about you juggling your job, your family, you're searching for a home. Now, add in negotiating offers, scheduling inspections, understanding complex contracts, and not messing that up and not losing earnest money. That's a lot to handle on your own. So bottom line, don't just listen to the misleading headlines. Commissions are still a part of the real estate transaction. The key takeaway is that qualified representation is crucial for both buyer and for seller. As an agent myself for about 20 years, I have to say this change does scare me a little bit. I'm sure there will be a theme around some sellers thinking that buyers agents don't do anything and that they shouldn't have to incentivize them with a commission to ultimately bring them to the table. I can tell you we're going to see a plethora of unexperienced buyers thinking that they have to go at it on their own. You're going to see sales falling apart, lawsuits all around all of this, and potentially lots of issues with showings too. My personal opinion is that the actions of some have created these changes that ultimately will really hurt buyers and sellers. Commissions have always been negotiated and are never fixed. However, having an experienced agent to guide you through the biggest investment you will ever make in your life seems like a wise decision. Ultimately, there's a cost for that professional to provide you that level of service. I mean, would you work with the cheapest doctor that you can find for your illness, or one that provides an exceptional experience and all the expertise in their field? It's pretty clear. So again, this is all evolving right now, but I will keep you updated as more information becomes available. But I hope this explains some of the proposed changes that are coming in the real estate market across the country right now. So as always, if you find this information valuable, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and send this to anyone you know who you've had conversations with about this. And if you know of anyone, more importantly, who is looking to make a move and would like to make a move here this year, I would be honored with an introduction so I can provide that exceptional experience and expertise. I'm here to help. I'm here to answer questions. Please feel free to reach out with any of those. Again, my name is Ryan Devin with the Devin Team. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.